Good morning, everyone. It's your morning drive with Adam. It is a dark and cloudy morning this morning, so I actually have to have a light on this morning. I might have to do that more often whenever the if it's going to continue to be like dark like this in the morning. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day. We're going to continue discussing healthy friendships today, looking at our main verse of Proverbs 13:20. Hopefully, you guys have that. Have been working on trying to memorize that. And that's our goal, is to try to memorize Proverbs 13:20, which says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm." So we're going to be looking then, just final thoughts today on that chapter, on that verse, before we continue on to discuss other passages throughout the Bible. And we're going to be looking specifically at an example of a very famous friendship in the Bible and what that looks like. But one thing I was going to talk about today is just yesterday I kind of talked about a little bit of a personal testimony of my view of friendship, and I want to just talk about today a little more, I guess, philosophical, kind of the overall idea of friendship in our society today, and the idea of like connectedness. Because I think in our world today, we are the most connected we've ever been, but we're also the most lonely that we've ever been. And so information and media is just being thrown out all over the place. And we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram, we've got even Snapchat, we've got, all of these ways now for us to be able to communicate to each other. YouTube is just, we consume content just so quickly, and it's this idea of like false connectedness to people. I mean, we watch YouTube, some of our favorite YouTube videos, and we're watching some of our favorite content creators, and content creators like maybe vlogging about their life, or they do kind of a behind the scenes thing of how maybe how their life looks, compared to what people think they are. Like there's this almost like, at least some of the YouTubers that I've been watching now, there seems to be like this almost content thing of like, here's how I do what I do, here's how I make my videos. There's this they're just kind of like telling more about themselves, and then we feel kind of connected to them, like, oh wow, I have some behind the scenes look at what this person looks like, and it makes it much more personal, which is true. We do feel more connected to that person, but it's a false connection when we really look at it, because do we really know these people? We may know all of their information. We may be able to say everything about them. I might be able to even tell you their birthday, their favorite color. I might be able to quote all of these things about them, but does that mean we're actually friends? And that's one thing we were going to realize, is that no, that does not necessarily mean that you're friends. Just because somebody knows all of this information about you does not mean that you are now friends with them. Because real connectedness comes from that personal interaction, that time of being spent, like the shared experiences, the shared, that time that is spent together, but also knowing deeply about you, knowing your goals, knowing your aspirations, knowing secret things about you that nobody else knows. But friendship is more than just even sharing secrets with each other, because I can share a secret with like a counselor, or if I was Catholic, I'd go to a Catholic priest and I could share some secret information to a Catholic priest. That doesn't make the Catholic priest my best friend. That doesn't make a therapist my best friend. So even sharing secrets isn't it. The friendship, and I think ultimately what that friendship boils down to, is understanding the other person, understanding what makes them tick, and you're looking at their life and you're trying to make their life better because you genuinely are interested and genuinely care about that individual. You're trying to make their life a better place. And so I think that's really more the concept of being connected, but versus being intimate, I think is kind of where I'm going at here. Like, we are very connected as people, but we're not very intimate. We're not very friendly towards each other. And so let's today look past some of that connectedness and let's start to go deep. When you're doing your friendships, when you're having friendships with some people, don't be afraid to go deeper. Don't be afraid to look towards the other person and really consider like what's going on in their world, what's going on in their life that they need right now. Consider their perspective, consider what they want, what they need, and don't focus so much on yourself. Focus on that individual and what you can do to help them as opposed to what they can do to help you. And I think once we start living in that kind of lifestyle, our world will start to change and our view will start to change on friendships. So that's it for today. That's kind of my thoughts for today, is start to consider the other person. So your challenge, again, continue to memorize Proverbs 13:20. And and then today I want you to look at kind of your own friendships and look at the connectedness versus the intimacy that you could have with friends and see where you're at right now. Maybe give yourself a scale, like a 1 to 10 scale. Where do you think you're at? Just a thought today. All right, let's pray. God, I just thank you for today. I thank you for, there's so many things to thank you for, God. I just thank you that we have, the ability to go to school, the ability to go to work and to meet with other people. The opportunity to share and meet with other people. And the opportunities that we have today. I mean, even in our world today, God, we've got so many ways to like meet with people and talk with people and keep up. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I had to go, I had to resort to like letter writing even because we didn't really have cell phones. We had home phones and the internet was kind of a thing. We had like AOL Messenger, I guess, but God, it's so nice today that we have this opportunity to be able to talk, and I just thank you for that, and I pray we don't take that for granted. I pray that, God, you'll teach us how we can use this newer stuff to teach us how to be better connected and to be better servants of you. And God, above all, we just pray today that you will show us what it means to be a good friend, that we can help other people, and that we can really truly look towards their needs above our own. And God, today we just want to honor you and worship you, and we thank you once again for the blessings that you've given us, for the opportunity to meet people. And God, we just want to make you happy. We pray these things in your name. Amen. Have a great day, guys. Love you, and I will see you on Monday.